Hi guys, Dave Schopius here. I want to review a new off-the-shelf part that our fellow member and co-founder of the club, Craig Reinbrecht, mentioned the other day. He's using something like this in his rubber arms. And for those of you that have the privilege of owning a pair of Will Huff's Silicone Rubber Arms, you know that they are premium and they're great. They'll last forever. However, they don't really stand up by themselves, if you know what I mean. They stand up to time, but they're kind of squishy and they need something inside to reinforce them. Up until now, we've had different things to use, and one of them was provided by another great member called by the name of Greg Loge. He provided these laser cut plastic inserts, and they work great. They work really good. But for those of us that have like mechanical innards in our arms, like I do here, these sharp edges stick out too far and they just hang up on everything and pull out. And then what I found after that was a little plastic ring, or I guess this is like 30 seconds of the diameter, the thickness rather, and it's just a piece of plastic, almost like weed whacker trimmer line, but a little stiffer, held together by a little doodad there, a little connector. So, and these work really good too, for my purpose, because they wouldn't hang up on a lot of stuff because they were down inside of the ridges there, the bellows, where they wouldn't catch on anything. Whereas these protruded past the bellows and did. So enter Craig Reinbrecht. And he's been using something like this in his costume for years and years. And this is simply a 7-inch macrame hoop. I'll put the link in the description below the video. And Craig has already posted it on his thread at the B9 Robot Builders Facebook Club page. That's a mouthful. But what's nice about these is they are sturdy and they really support well and they don't get in the way. And I haven't tried it yet, but I don't think they're going to slip out at all from those bellows in there like this one does. And it won't hang up on mechanical things like this. So I've already placed it inside my arm, one of my arms. These are Will Huff's fantastic arms, and I had to be really careful because there's places on these arms that you can kind of see that are they're not really thin, but you can tell that they're thinner in spots than most. And I was afraid these fit pretty tight. I was afraid by putting them in there, I'd accidentally rip something, but I didn't. This stuff really is pliable, but still, I wanted to be very careful. And I had to start on one end and push it all the way back and work back this way, because if you're a physics major, like I'm not, you know that this 7-inch hoop won't go through the middle of another 7-inch rigid hoop. So you got to start on the back, work your way this way. The other thing to take note of, I only used 9 of these in here, and I did it on every other bellows. And you can see that effect in a lot of the screen grabs, or if you watch Lost in Space, that there's a lot of close-up of his arms that you can tell that the center, or not the center, but every other bellows only has supported it, and the center, and there's one in between each one that doesn't. It just, by the way it pulls out, you can probably see that as compared to this one over here that doesn't have nothing in it. So move that out of the way. And again, I just love it. You can see inside how nicely compact it is, and they're way up in there and hold a really nice shape. And using only 9 of these are relatively light. And I weighed these. 9 of these only add 10 ounces to your arm. So if you want to put one every bellows, then I guess you could, but that's going to be over a pound, which isn't a lot, I guess, depending on what kind of mechanics you're using in there. But I really have. It's hard to get this with doing this on my phone, but you can see, you know, how. Let me zoom out a little bit here. That's the best I can do. But they're very. I mean, you can really rattle this around and snake it around, and they just don't move. They're still in there. I'm impressed. Thank you, Craig, for this product. I get these on Amazon. I'll post a link. Don't know how many they're going to have available or for how long, but if you can find something like this, 7 inches is what you need. Oh, one more thing. You have to watch out though, because they're welded together. And so it's not continuous. They got a weld on them. And some of them, you know, this one is really nicely welded. It's nice and smooth. But other ones, I found that a couple of them, the weld was broken, like this one, or that the weld is very rigid. Or not rigid, but very sharp. It's not welded. It's welded kind of off center, and the edges are sharp. So if it's a good weld, I mean, it's a good weld. You can't break it, but you might want to file that down smooth, because you don't want, because right there, it's just right here. I can cut myself right there. Filing that smooth, it will smooth it out, and you won't cut your nice rubber. Okay, that's about it from my robot lab. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day and have fun. Bye.